If you are watching this right now, chances are you are young, African, broke, and tired of pretending everything is fine. You wake up every day with ambition in your chest, but uncertainty in your hands. You know you are capable of more, but your bank account doesn't reflect your potential. You scroll through social media and see people your age living lives you can't afford, and slowly, quietly, doubt begins to creep in. You start asking yourself hard questions. Am I behind in life? Did I make the wrong choices? Will I ever make it out? I want you to know something before we go any further. You are not alone, and you are not broken. You are simply early in a game that rewards patience, thinking, and discipline more than speed. Let me be honest with you. I am not rich. I am not financially free yet. I am still in the process. I am still building. I am still learning. But the difference between where I am now and where I used to be is not money. It is understanding, it is clarity, it is mindset, and that difference is everything. This channel exists because too many young Africans are walking blind into adulthood with no financial map, no mental framework, and no honest voice telling them the truth. Everyone either pretends to have made it or sells fantasies. I am here to document the journey from the inside, from the struggle, from the confusion, from the discipline, from the uncomfortable middle. Most of us were never taught how money works. We were taught how to survive. We were taught how to endure. We were taught how to manage scarcity, not how to create abundance. From a young age, money was associated with stress in our homes. Bills caused arguments. School fees caused panic. Rent caused fear. So our brains learn early that money equals anxiety. When something is associated with fear, the mind does not approach it strategically. It reacts emotionally. That is why so many people earn money but never build wealth. They spend to feel relief. They consume to feel successful. They escape to feel alive. But relief is not progress, and consumption is not freedom. Being broke does something dangerous to the mind if you are not careful. It makes you desperate for shortcuts. It makes you emotional with decisions. It makes you confuse movement with progress. You start hustling without direction. You stay busy but stuck, and slowly exhaustion replaces hope. Wealth is not built by effort alone. If that were true, Africans would be the wealthiest people on earth. We work hard, but wealth does not reward effort. It rewards alignment. Alignment between mindset, habits, skills, and time. There is a lie many of us were raised with. The lie says that once you start earning, everything will be fine. But earning is not the same as building. Income can increase and still leave you trapped if your thinking does not change. Many people get their first real money and immediately upgrade their lifestyle instead of upgrading their strategy. They buy things to prove they are no longer suffering. But proof does not pay future bills. Validation does not create security. And status is one of the most expensive addictions you can have while broke. One of the hardest truths I had to accept is that nobody is coming to save me. Not the government, not the system, not school, not relatives, not prayer alone. Responsibility is heavy, but it is also freeing. The moment you accept that your life is your responsibility, you stop waiting, you stop complaining, you stop outsourcing your future. You start asking better questions. What skills can I learn that the world pays for? What problems can I solve? What habits are keeping me stuck? What beliefs do I need to unlearn? Let's talk about mindset, because mindset is not motivation. Mindset is how you interpret reality. A poor mindset asks, how much does this cost? A wealthy mindset asks, what will this return? A poor mindset waits for perfect conditions. A wealthy mindset starts with what is available and improves along the way. This difference looks small, but over years, it separates lives completely. Many young Africans sabotage their own growth because of social pressure. If you aim too high, you are told to be realistic. If you change your habits, you are told you have changed. If you delay pleasure, you are told life is short. But nobody tells you that regret is long. Wealth requires you to be misunderstood for a long time. You will look boring before you look successful. You will feel lonely before you feel free. This is the price. Another thing we don't talk about enough is family pressure. In African culture, success is communal, but failure is personal. When you struggle, you are on your own. When you start rising, everyone needs help. This creates guilt around growth. You start feeling bad for wanting more. But here is the truth. You cannot help people sustainably if you never build capacity. Sacrificing your future to solve today's problems only guarantees more problems tomorrow. Wealth is built quietly. Loud money disappears. Quiet money compounds. Most wealthy people you admire did not get there through dramatic moments. They got there through boring consistency. One thing that changed my thinking completely was realizing that money follows value, not effort. The world does not pay you for how tired you are. It pays you for how useful you are. Skills create leverage. Skills travel. Whether it is communication, sales, writing, technology, design, analysis, or leadership, the skill you master becomes your bargaining power. Stop waiting for permission. Learn so money has a reason to find you. Discipline is the bridge between intention and results. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is dependable. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It is practicing when nobody is clapping. It is saying no when yes feels easier. Discipline is not punishment. It is protection. It protects your future from your present emotions. Delayed gratification is the hardest muscle to build, especially when you grew up with little. When you finally get something, you want to enjoy it. That is human. But wealth demands restraint. It demands that you choose long-term freedom over short-term pleasure. Every time you delay gratification, you are voting for your future self. Every time you give in, you are borrowing comfort from tomorrow. Identity is everything. You will never outperform the image you have of yourself. If you see yourself as a broke person trying to get lucky, you will act like it. If you see yourself as a future wealthy person in training, your decisions change. You start building systems instead of chasing quick wins. Time is the most underestimated ingredient in wealth. Compounding is slow at first and invisible. That is why most people quit early. They do not see progress, so they assume nothing is happening. But consistency is working quietly in the background. Small actions repeated over years beat intense effort. If you are watching this and you feel behind, let me tell you something important. Feeling behind does not mean you are failing. It means you are aware. Awareness is the first sign of growth. The danger is not being broke. The danger is staying broke because you refuse to change how you think. Survival thinking will keep you alive. Wealth thinking will set you free. This channel is not here to sell you dreams. It is here to give you clarity, to give you language for what you are feeling, to give you frameworks you were never taught. I am documenting the journey, not because I have arrived, but because I refuse to walk blind. Financial freedom is not about money alone. It is about control. Control over your time. Control over your choices. Control over your future. Money is just the tool. The real work happens in the mind. You are not late. You are early, but only if you commit to learning, discipline, and patience. Only if you stop looking for shortcuts and start building foundations. Only if you accept that this journey is long, uncomfortable, and worth it. I am still building, still learning, still disciplined, still hungry. And if you are too, then you belong here.